Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the Grace-Filled Leader podcast. Today, I'm coming to you with a bold but probably necessary question. Is your calendar making you sick? Now, before you start nervously glancing at your planner or clicking open your Google Calendar, let me just say, you are not alone if your schedule looks like a game of Tetris with no winning strategy. If you're anything like me or the amazing woman that I coach, that calendar has probably been running your life, your stress level, and maybe even your health. So today we're peeling back the curtain on how chronic busyness and poor time management can quietly wreak havoc on your physical and emotional well-being. Plus, I'll be giving you some practical tools to reclaim your time and your health. And just a heads up, this might step on a few toes, but I promise I'm stepping on my own toes too. So grab a cup of coffee, or if it's in the evening, a cozy cup of tea, and let's get into it. Are you a busy woman in leadership who feels pulled in 1,000 directions? Do you wrestle with perfectionism, people-pleasing, or never feeling like you're enough no matter how successful you are on paper? Are you longing for more time, more peace, and more energy to live and lead the way God intended? Sister, you are right where you need to be. Hi, I'm Tanya, a wife, mom, healthcare leader, Christian life coach, and functional health practitioner. I spent decades hustling for my worth through achievement and approval, only to end up burned out and exhausted. But God showed me a better way, a grace-fueled way, and now I help women just like you break free from people-pleasing and overwhelm, lead well, live well, and be well. Here we blend spirit-driven success with practical leadership, wellness, and mindset strategies so that you can multiply your time and impact without sacrificing your health or your family. If you're ready to lead well, live healthier, and finally find the peace and purpose God has waiting for you, you are in the right place. So roll up your sleeves, sister friends. It's time to reclaim your time, restore your joy, and lead from grace. All right, let's start with something I call the busy badge of honor. You know what I'm talking about, right? That cultural and sometimes even church culture-driven narrative that equates busy with worthy. We hustle to prove our value, whether that's to our teams, our families, and sometimes, even if we're honest, even to ourselves and to God. But what if busyness isn't a badge at all? What if it's a symptom? What if your overcrowded calendar is not just robbing you of peace, but also taking a serious toll on your body? Let me paint a picture for you. When you are racing from meeting to meeting, juggling patient care, juggling project deadlines, leadership demands, and maybe even church commitments, your nervous system doesn't know the difference between leading a difficult team meeting or running from a bear in the woods. It's stuck in what we call chronic sympathetic dominance, the fight or flight mode. Your stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline spike and they stay elevated. Over time, this can cause things like insulin resistance and blood sugar imbalance, hormone disruption, especially in women who are already juggling midlife hormone shifts. Gut dysfunction like bloating, constipation, irritable bowel syndrome, brain fog and decision fatigue, and weakened immune function, leaving you more susceptible to illness. Here's the kicker. Chronic busyness can mask itself as productivity while actually being the root of your fatigue, your mood swings, your irritability, and even physical symptoms like joint pain and headaches. There's another piece to this. Time poverty. Research shows that feeling like you never have enough time is linked to higher stress, poor sleep, unhealthy eating patterns, and decreased life satisfaction. It can even lead to more sedentary behavior because we're too tired to move when we finally do get some free time. And let's not forget, time poverty impacts our spiritual life. We rob ourselves of the quiet moments with the Lord that fuel us and center us. Ladies, God did not design us to live in a state of rush and depletion. That is not His version of an abundant life. I've got to share a personal story, and I've shared bits and pieces of it before, so I apologize if this gets redundant. Years ago, I was juggling a full-time leadership role, which I still have a full-time leadership role. It's just in a different type of leadership. And also working as a full-time clinician, as a therapist, also raising young children. My calendar was so full, there was barely space to breathe. Until cancer forced me to slow down. That wake-up call taught me the hard truth. I didn't believe that I was allowed to rest unless there was a crisis. And maybe some of you can relate. Maybe you're waiting for permission to take your foot off the gas. But here's the truth. You don't need a health scare to make a change, and you shouldn't wait for one. So what do we do about this? Well, let's talk about some practical takeaways. Number 1, take a look at your calendar. Take 1 week and track where your time is actually going. Highlight what is essential, what is God assigned, and what's just noise. Number 2, schedule margin. God modeled rest when He created the Sabbath. Build some white space into your week. Even 15-minute windows between meetings to reset your nervous system can help. Number 3, set time boundaries like a boss. Block your day for focused work, meetings, and family time. Turn off the notifications and stop letting your calendar dictate your life. You are the steward of your calendar. Number 4, honor your body's cues. Pay attention when your body whispers with fatigue, irritability, or a digestive upset. Don't wait until it screams. Trust me on that one. And number 5, prioritize faith-fueled habits. Your quiet time, prayer, and rest are not luxuries. They are lifelines. Commit to time with God just as you commit to that 9 a.m. meeting with your team. I'm going to go over those again. Practical takeaways. Number 1, audit your calendar. Number 2, schedule margin or white space. Number 3, set time boundaries. Number 4, honor your body's cues. And number 5, prioritize faith-fueled habits. Friend, you are not called to hustle your way to burnout. God calls you to lead well and live well. Yes, even when we're caregivers in the healthcare world, even as high-capacity leaders, He desires your health, your peace, and your joy. Your calendar can be a tool of freedom, or it can be a taskmaster. It's time for you to take back control and steward your calendar well. Friend, if this resonates with you, would you share it with a fellow leader or a busy professional woman who needs this reminder today? Until next time, lead well, live well, and be well, my sister friends. I pray this episode blessed you, spoke to you, or encouraged you in some way. If so, please share it with a friend and head on over to Apple Podcasts to leave me a review. That's the only way for me to know if you're enjoying the show. Nothing blesses me more than to hear from you. Also, come on over to our free Facebook community. This is a great place for us to support one another on our faith and leadership journeys. You can find the link to the group in the show notes or go to gracefilledleader.com/community. If you have questions or content ideas for the show, please send me a message on SpeakPipe or via email. Go to gracefilledleader.com/contact and leave a written
or voice recorded message. I would love to know how I can best serve you on the podcast. Now to Him who can do immeasurably more than we can ask or imagine, according to His power that is at work within us. Ephesians 3, verse 20. Until next time, my friends, God bless.